Now, we're kind of following on from what we did previously. So getting the most out of your reading. So what we're trying to encourage students is not just to only do test practice, but to have a broader range, use a broader range of reading materials and test practice, because obviously you've got to improve your global skills. So both of you probably know this already, but it's there. So there's 3 sections. So the third section is usually the most difficult. So between 2,000, 2,750 words in total for the 3 passages. 1 hour, 40 questions, approximately 1.5 minutes per question, but it probably won't work out like that. So you need to find your answers quickly. So you'll be using a mixture of skimming and scanning skills. So you'll be reading for detail and also inference. So inference is what we'll cover today with yes, no, not given questions. And these skills are often used together. So let's have a look at some newspaper headlines and see if you can answer the questions. So take a few seconds to read the headlines. So what issues do you think are raised in each of these headlines? So A, what do you think is being raised there? What issue? What do you think you would read about if you were reading a newspaper article about A?
About elderlies and neglect in the care.
Okay, and what about B?
I assume it's a good place. I mean, like an elderly who's like enjoying in the healthcare, I guess.
And then C?
An elderly, which is I guess a woman, since it's a granny fighting for right to work.
And then last one?
Talking about pension for like 70-year-olds. They assume that it's going to be like the solution.
Okay. So do you think these problems are the same in every country then?
No. Not necessarily.
So you're from the Philippines, yeah? So who looks after the elderly when they get older?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, please?
Who looks after the elderly when they get older, if they need?
In terms of culture, it's quite common in which the family members will just take care of the elderlies. But here in Canada, there are lots of home for the aged, like healthcare facilities. Yeah.
Okay, good. And Marie, what about in the Lebanon? Who is going to take care of the elderly if they need to be looked after?
Usually their children look after them, even if they have families, and they find the time to look after them and take care of them.
Okay. What effect do you think that has on families then?
It's really tough to take care of elder people because they really need time and care, and you need to give them the medicines on time, and it's really hard if someone has work because probably they don't have enough time to look after them.
Yeah, good. Christine, what do you think? What effect can it have on families?
So for it's just like a big cultural difference, I believe. So the reason why in the Philippines a lot of families take care of the old people, I think, because in terms of financially, we'd rather take care of our family member than pay someone else to take care of them. Also, when it comes to the knowledge, I think that it is better that we should just like give, because as a family, like, I don't know, it depends on the family members, like they're usually not um well equipped with the knowledge on how to take care. So I think it is better to just like maybe like have someone professional take care of them. But yeah, in developed nations, since we can afford, like most people can afford to pay someone else, so it's okay for them to send them into like elder, I forgot, like what do you call the what's the term
Right,
for the
there's a number of terms we use. So just a sec, I'll put them on the board. I'll
okay,
annotate here on the slide. So
healthcare facility,
we can say
retirement,
residential care home.
okay.
Residential, the person lives there. Yeah. Nursing home.
Right, nursing home, that's quite common.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, which one would you say sounds the best there? Do you think residential care home or nursing home?
Personally, if for me, if I can also afford, I think it's best if I can just like put my parents into, like, I don't know, I want to take care of my parents at home since I'm a nurse. Also, like I would probably hire like a private nurse to take care of my mom, like, and dad,
Okay.
something like that.
So that's what we call domiciliary care. Yeah. So where someone comes in now. Let me
Right, may you
see.
type that, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, in that way, I am also there to look after them. So that's like an extra help.
Now, just let me check.
Domiciliary care.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that means that someone comes in to look after them. So depending on what they're. Okay, good. I spelled. No, sorry. Yeah. It should be IA. There we are. Yeah, so someone's going to come in and look after them, depending on what their needs are. Maybe they need to be administered medication, or they need to be turned over, they need a wash, they need to get in the shower, that kind of thing. So Marie, is the cost of care expensive where you live if someone has to go into a care home?
Yes, it's very expensive. But there are some, I can't say companies, like the NGO, non-governmental
Yeah.
companies, if you want to say, they take care of elder people. They are frequent here, especially for old person who don't have someone who really can take care of them. And if you want to, in our country, it's not very common to find domiciliation care.
Domiciliary. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a,
it's
it's a
it's
mouthful.
really hard to find.
Yeah. So for both of you, then, do you think, so we'll go Christine first, because of your culture, is it seen as a negative thing to put a relative or family member in a care home?
Yes, it's actually frowned upon.
Yeah.
I think it's an Asian culture because we it's like our pride can't take the fact that we're just gonna put our parents into like a nursing home. But I think the reason why people in developed nations have the propensity to do this because they don't really have um they don't have the time because they're just busy in working, and I'd rather like pay someone else to take care of my parents professionally. Whereas in the Philippines, extended families stay in one house, so there's like lots of people living in one house all together, and there are many people who are able and who have time to take care of the elderlies as well. But here
Okay.
I've noticed that, yeah, so there are like lesser people in one house because a lot of people just move out once they reach 18 years of age. And that's
Mm.
why like nobody's really there to take care of them. And like you don't want your parents to be alone at home as well. So I
Mm.
don't know.
Yeah,
But
well, that's the other thing, isn't it? Yeah, if you're out at work all day and they're at home, they could be in a retirement home with other people their own age. But yeah, I know in some cultures it's seen as a negative thing. Be careful with
Mhm.
elderly, no S. All right?
Oh really?
Yeah,
You can't
elderly,
say it in the is there no
no,
plural form? Is there no
no,
plural form?
no. It's used as what we call a collective now, so it includes men and
Right.
women. Yeah, elderly,
Okay.
all elderly.
I would have
Yeah,
never known. Yeah, okay, thank you.
no worries. Now, which of these headlines do you think suggest a positive, negative, or neutral viewpoint? And how do you know? So if we look at A,
Okay, A, neglect in care homes for elderly. I think this is a negative one because they don't take care of the elderly people and they neglect them,
mm-hmm.
uh, and no one take care after them. So
No one
it's
looks after them. Yeah, or they're not getting appropriate care.
yeah.
Yeah.
For B, there is no place like home for the elderly. It's a positive point of view
Yes, good.
because they feel home and secure.
Yeah,
So uh, this is a positive one. For C, I don't really know the meaning of granny.
grandmother.
Grandma.
Grandma, okay.
Grandma.
Fights for the right to work. Uh, I think it's probably grandma should not work since
Yeah, well, maybe, but maybe she wants a job. So
okay, if she wants a job, it's a positive thing, but
yeah,
if she's really old and she has to take her retirement and be at home and not working.
maybe she's bored at home, so she wants to get a job.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a positive thing if she wants to really work
Well,
and she needs the right.
yeah, I think wanting to work is positive. Having to fight for the right would be seen as
Oh,
negative. Yeah.
oh yes. If she wants to fight, yes, it's a negative one.
D.
Um, um, and regarding the pension at 70, a solution for the future is a positive headline
Mm-hmm.
because it seems that they will give them a retirement plan as a solution. And so the elder one, because they don't work and they need money in order to get probably food and medicine and things
Who's
like
it a solution for then, guys? Who do you think it's a solution for? Who
Can
gives
you
you a pension?
Sorry.
Who gives you a
solution for
pension?
okay. A
So,
solution for the future.
so who pays your pension usually?
The government.
Yeah. Okay.
the government in your country, not in our country. Our
Yeah.
government.
Yeah. So for you,
Thing.
there's probably lots of grannies want to fight for the right to work, unfortunately. Yeah. Some people have a private pension. Obviously, you have what we call a state pension in the UK, which the government pays. I think it's the worst in Europe, but never mind. So state pension. So that's the pension you receive from the government. Okay. So that headline is really saying it's a solution, because obviously, do you think it's a burden for the government to give people a pension if we have an aging population? So people are living longer now, yeah? So do you think this becomes a financial burden for the government or governments? So I guess it could. That's why they're saying a solution for the future. If they increase the retirement age and people get their pension at 70, then the government will save some money. Okay, some good answers there, guys. So when we're looking at writers' views, the writer's attitude to a topic can be expressed in a number of different ways. So, for example, we can use different vocabulary, so which expresses positive or negative meanings. So we've got kind, strong, cold, calculating, deceitful, mean, lazy. Modal verbs that suggest doubt, so might, may, could. Vocabulary that suggests probability, so possibly, likely. One thing I would say when you're doing yes, no, or true, false, not given questions is pay close attention to adverbs of degree. So the most, the best, the worst, the highest, the biggest, the smallest. All right. So by looking at this kind of vocabulary and the words that are used, so we can start to get an idea of what the writer's saying. So this is where we are able to spot what we call an inference. So an inference is not said directly. You have to understand by the context of what the writer has written, what he or she is trying to say. So the words they use can help you a great deal. Right. So have a look at these. I'm just going to minimize the window there. So actually, Christine, you must have dropped your connection now. Just go back and yeah, I'll just go back and cover this point because it's quite important. So just give me a sec. So
Thank you. Sorry about that.
It's all right. So when we're trying to identify the writer's views, we can look at a number of different things. So vocabulary that expresses positive or negative meanings. So we got some examples below. Modal verbs that suggest doubt. So may, might, could. So vocab that suggests probability. So a couple of examples, possibly and likely. Adverbs of degree. So I was just saying that you need to pay close attention to these because they can be tricky. Yeah. So the worse, the highest, the biggest. So this is how the question can catch you out. So let's have a look here. So fact, opinion, or claim. So let me just get my arrow. Use it as a pointer. So let's have a look at this one. Would you say it's a fact, opinion, or claim?
Opinion. Opinion. What if it's? I think it's a claim. How do you? What's the difference of opinion and claim?
Well, a fact is something we know for sure. So there's usually some evidence or proof. Yeah.
Okay.
So a claim is someone says something, but it isn't backed up. They've got nothing to back their claim up. An opinion is just something you think. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sure. It's a fact, I guess. For the first one.
Many
I think
economists
an opinion.
Argue.
They argue because they argue.
Okay.
It's an opinion, yeah, because they're arguing. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
What
Okay.
this one?
Fact.
Yeah. Why?
Especially that they have proof.
Yes. Exactly. What about this one?
Claim. Oh, hold on. Claim or report. I'm confused if it's a fact or a claim.
Well, they haven't said there that there's any evidence or proof. They just report.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably a claim because they reported that.
Yeah, could be a claim. Yeah. Right. What about this one then?
It's an evidence. So fact.
Yeah. Okay, good. Where is my? What's it there?
Claim.
It's an assumption. So an opinion.
Yeah, it's an assumption. You assume something. Yeah.
Okay. Opinion.
Next one.
Opinion.
They believe. So it's an opinion.
Yeah. Okay. So you can see there's some differences between them. Yeah. So opinion is just something you believe. A fact, then there's clear evidence or proof that something is true, or a claim, it's not supported by any evidence or proof. It's just a claim. All right. Right. Good. So have a look at this. So read this short text and tell me which sentences express the writer's opinion and which express facts.
In the first sentence, they are telling us about perceptions. So how it seems. So this one is a claim.
Now, be careful, because its perceptions of the elderly have changed. Yeah. So that means how the elderly are viewed for a number of reasons. So what would you say about the reason?
Opinion.
Would you say the reasons are fact?
I don't think it's fact because could be like expectations, no?
Well, what the writer's saying here is the way we view the elderly has changed for a number of reasons. So improved health. Do we have improved health? No. Do we have improved health?
We do.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
It
Okay.
is a
Not the
fact.
life expectancy?
Okay, so it's a fact.
A fact. What about the next one? And there can be little doubt.
Yeah, because there are things in the next sentence, there can be a little doubt. So it's not a fact, an opinion.
Yeah. What about the last?
Opinion.
Yeah, thus. I'd be careful with the middle one because there's some facts, but also you've got an opinion. Yeah. Because there can be little doubt. So that's the writer's opinion. But we can definitely say that better nourishment, impressive advances in preventing punitive method has led to increased longevity. So there's
it's a fact.
Yeah, that's fact. Yeah. So, but there can be little doubt is obviously the writer's opinion. But we would all agree that the others are facts. So sometimes you can have a fact and an opinion. Okay, good. Right, have a look at some of these words. So have a look in A. Tell me which does not have a positive meaning.
Exhausted. Exhausted.
Yeah. What about B?
Obstructive.
C.
C. Weary.
Yeah.
D. Ignorance. E. Deteriorate.
Okay, good. So all of the others have a positive meaning. So you can see how important when you're trying to identify the writer's opinion, the words that the writer's using can help you. Yeah? Oh, there we go. I'll see. Right. So have a look at the following sentences here and then find the words that indicate degrees of certainty then. So A.
Definite.
B.
Later.
Enjoy. May enjoy.
Yeah, may. Yeah.
May. Okay.
D.
Degrees of certainty.
Could. Could lead.
Light. No.
Have a look in the beginning.
Slight.
Slight what?
Slight. Hold on.
Possibility. Yeah.
Slight possibility. Yeah.
Could lead. Yeah. What about D?
Almost certainly.
Yeah. And E?
One moment. No question.
Yeah, there can be no question. Yeah.
So for B, it's may enjoy.
Yeah, may enjoy.
May enjoy.
Okay,
May enjoy. Okay.
right, good. So again, these kind of words are going to help us identify the writer's opinion. Now, what we're going to do is, it's probably a good idea for you to take a screenshot of this, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in yes, no, not given, as most of you, I'm sure, are aware, what you have to do is decide whether the statement agrees with the writer's opinion. So, you can check whether the writer's explicitly made a claim or not, and look carefully for words or phrases that are going to indicate a positive or negative view. So, tell me when you've got a photograph of that. All right. Everyone got it?
Yeah, I have a
Yeah,
screenshot.
Yeah.
great. Yeah. Amina,
Yes, sir.
have you taken a screenshot?
Yes, sir.
Good, good, good,
I have
good.
taken.
Right. Okay. So I want you to read the following passage and check which topics are mentioned in the text. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you go. I'll give you about 3 minutes for this, all right? Okay, how are we doing? Everyone finished?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, done for me.
Marie, Amina, you finished?
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Let me just go back. So, residential options for the elderly.
Yes.
It's mentioned. Okay.
Mhm.
What about B?
Yes, as well.
Yeah. C?
Is it okay if I just write the answers?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah. Go on.
C, it's a yes as well, I
Mhm.
think. And hold on. And I think it's just is not given.
Which one? D?
D,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Can't
And
find any.
for me, the rest are all yes, except for the
Okay.
D.
Okay.
Never mind, I pen.
Marie, Amina, you agree?
I think yes, D, it's not given.
Okay, good. So this is a kind of simple exercise there, just to, so you can find the not given. Yeah. Right. Now, see if you can scan the passage this time. Oops, what's going on there? So scan the passage to find words or phrases that express possibility, doubt, or potential. All right. So I'll give you 1 minute to do that. Okay, what have you got? So what about A? Any words in A?
Expectation,
Uh-huh. What about the first sentence? Promoted? Yeah,
Potential.
yeah, potential. Good. What about line 3?
Has a positive option. So potential.
Okay. Anything else you can see? Okay, well this time.
In the last sentence of the paragraph, is that a potential? The expectation.
I guess it could be, yeah. You expect something to happen, so there could be a potential. It could possibly happen. It could potentially happen. Yeah. What about positive meanings then?
aims
Of,
to
sorry, Marie?
aims to meet, It aims to meet the housing.
Mm-hmm.
Positive option.
Yeah, positive option. What about B, the first line?
High levels of satisfaction.
Hmm. Yeah.
The feeling of like how to have retain and control. I think that's a positive one.
Mm-hmm.
It is seen as a positive option for older people.
Yeah, positive option. Okay, good. Right. So let's have a look. So in paragraph A, I want you to look and decide whether the following statements agree with the views expressed in the text. So again, take a screenshot or a photo. Yeah. Okay.
Done. Yeah.
Everyone got that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Superb. Okay. There it is. So I'll give you 3 minutes, all right? Okay, how are we doing, guys? Finished?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Marie?
Okay, yes.
Amina, obviously your connection dropped. So, right, let's go. Okay. So, number 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Yes.
Okay. Good. 2.
Not given.
Not given.
Not given. You don't sound too sure about that.
I think so.
Okay. Think so. All right. It is good. What about 3?
Oh, hold on.
They didn't mention anything about policymakers.
Right. We'll have a look at that one in a minute. All right. 4.
Could be another meaning of policymakers.
Yeah, there will be. We'll have a look.
Oh,
Yeah.
4 is no.
4 is no. Are you sure?
Hold on. This.
Right. Let's have a look. So yeah.
Oh, it's not different also.
So the Department of Health supports the development of extra care housing. So that's basically, yeah. So it says it has been promoted, yeah, by the Department of Health. So they support it, yeah. So 2 is not given because we can't find anything about whether it's more expensive or not. Now, when you do this type of question, you have to be very careful because what they will do, or what the way the questions have been written, sometimes they're written to make you use your own opinion without referring to the reading passage. So you have to be careful. All right.
mm-hmm.
So, policymakers believe that support will prevent, that's no. So they'll have more control. The expectation is, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that ECH will afford older people a greater sense of control over their lives than more institutional settings. All right. Okay. And then the last one, not receiving appropriate medical, well, can you find anything about that?
I think it's not given.
It's not given, yeah. Yeah. So it says, such as care homes whilst avoiding the pitfalls of staying put, such as disjointed care. So disjointed care is something disjointed. It means there's not a regular kind of schedule for something. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Anyone have a question on that at all?
So is it a yes, not given?
No, it's yes, not given, no, not given.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
All good?
Yes. Thanks.
No problem. Okay. Well, that is basically it because you don't need the useful links because you already got them. Obviously, we got a smaller class, so we finished earlier today. Now, does anyone have a question they'd like to ask while we've got 10 minutes or so?